Hey guys, Two Eggs here, and if you're an Ironman, this one is for you. I've got a true AFK method that keeps the XP flowing while stacking up some of the most valuable herb seeds out there. We're talking Torstal, Snapdragon, and Toadflax, three of the big four, plus nearly every other mid-tier seed worth having. Today, I'm going to show you two different Dagannoth farming spots, each with their own strengths. First up, we have the Lighthouse. With a dwarf multi-cannon, you'll be able to rack up way more kills and therefore seeds per hour. However, you're going to be chewing through cannonballs and clicking a lot more than you may want to. Secondly, we have the Catacombs of Corrend, where there's no cannon allowed, but this is where the grind goes fully hands off. Utilizing the Guthan's armor set turns this into a sustained machine, and my favorite thing, you'll be pulling ancient shards alongside the seeds. These shards are gold right now if you're still hunting tormented demons like me, and yes, I'm still about 1500 kills dry for my synapse. Today, I'm going to walk you through the gear, spots, pros, and cons of each area, and at the end, I'll give you my final verdict. Let's dive right in. If we're heading to the Lighthouse, we're going to be going all in on DPS. The faster you're killing, the faster those herb seeds stack up. If we're taking a look at the gear we should be bringing, firstly, you're going to start with the Nea's Knot Helm, or of course the Slayer Helm if you happen to have a task for the free DPS boost. For the amulet, you're going to want to go with the Amulet of Torture, or Fury if you don't have it. Weapon, Abyssal Whip or better if you're stuck like I am, and then the offhand, Dragon Defender or Superior. For chest and legs, you're looking for strength with tankiness, so I use Bandos top and bottom, going to be your best bet, otherwise probably Barrows, Fighter Torso, etc. Gloves, Barrows gloves are better. Boots, I rock the Arania boots because I love them, but Dragon boots are probably better here for the little bit of extra defense. Also, the Berserker ring for the best strength and damage output possible. If you're an Iron Man, you do know the drill by now. Simply swap in whatever is better or worse in your bank, but the goal here is raw damage and then defense secondarily. As far as the inventory setup, you're going to want to bring a super attack and a strength like I have, and optionally a super defense if you're looking for a little more tankiness, depending on your armor. Bring a rune pouch with home runes or the home teletab for a quick exit, and a bone crusher for that bonus experience as you're sitting there grinding away. Drayman staff if you don't have the Lumberj Elite Diary done, so that you can use the fairy rings like I do, and of course, all four pieces of your cannon and your full stack of cannonballs. As we wrap up gearing and head to the Lighthouse, what you're going to want to do is if you have a fairy ring in your home like I do, simply teleport to your home and use fairy code ALP to head to the Lighthouse. If you don't, I always recommend just any RD cape from the RD Diary. Will access a fairy ring easily. Once here, just head in the doorway and head down the ladder to be on the same level as the Dagannoth enemies we're here to face. Once downstairs, head through the door and use peek on the ladder just to ensure that nobody else is currently there. Once done, head down and place your cannon on the notated spot if you're using the cannon plugin like me, or just put it somewhere close to where I did here if you don't have that plugin used. Once rolling, place the cannon, load it up, turn on auto retaliate, and you are good to go. So after a bit of time here, you'll really start to see the seeds pile up. This spot tends to print late game herb seeds, your Snapdragon, Toadflax, Torstal, and a lot of the mid-tier ones mixed in there too. On my session here, I picked up a solid handful of seeds in just about 15 or 20 minutes, and what you're seeing here is actually pretty typical of what you can expect. Obviously, there'll be a bit of swing depending on the RNG and how dialed in you are, refreshing the cannon and like clicking on the drops and stuff. But Lighthouse area reliably wins on the pure seeds per hour metric. However, it does cost cannonballs, sure, and you are clicking more than you might want to. But if your goal is speed, this is by far your strongest option. All right, that is the Lighthouse. Fast, click heavy, great for seeds per hour, but you might be looking for something more relaxed, AFK. Something you can run while you're working, studying, or watching RuneScape videos on YouTube. So let's head down into the Catacombs of Corrend, where your Guthan set turns Dagannoths into one of the chillest AFK grinds in the entire game. So, heading into the Catacombs, here's the gear setup that I use. I've got the full Guthan set, including helm, body, legs, and the war spear. The spear is two-handed, so no need for a shield or defender. For the rest of the gear, I'm wearing Barrow's gloves, Arania boots, fire cape, torture, and a berserker ring. Sub out Irania for dragon, boots, and a torture for your fury if you need to. You're really just looking for max strength. Inventory wise, it's simple. A super attack, super strength, and your teleport option. I'm using a rune pouch for home teleport and a Xeric's amulet to get here easily if you have one. And that's really all you need for the spot. Once we're inside, I'll show you how Guthans lets you really AFK the whole thing while racking up seeds and ancient shards. Alright, once you're geared up, just head down into the Catacombs and follow the tunnels south into the Dagannoth area. It's a pretty quick and straightforward run, and you'll be on them in just a few seconds. Now once you're down here in the Dagannoth area, head to the spot you see here and let your character begin killing the Dags. You'll notice that the kill speed is definitely slower than the Lighthouse, but you barely have to click around, and that's the trade-off. Now with Auto Retaliate on, you simply stand here and let the Guthan set do all the work. You'll see the heal procs constantly topping you off, especially with higher combat stats, so you will not have to eat or load a cannon, you're really just looting the good stuff that drops. It's one of the easiest background grinds you can run as an Iron Man, whether you're working, studying, or binging videos on YouTube. The big bonus of doing these in the Catacombs is the Ancient Shards. You'll pick these up steadily over time, and on an Iron Man they are insanely valuable, for if you're doing Tormented Demons or just keeping your Arc Light charged for Slayer. Now you'll notice the seeds start stacking up too, and even in a short session you'll pick up Snapdragons, Toadflax, and many mid-tier seeds along the way. Here is one of the shards I got during the session. Overall, Catacombs Dagannoths are not about speed, they are about convenience. Seeds and shards and almost zero effort. It's a great option for stacking the valuable seeds while still gaining competitive XP and ancient shards. So here's my take after running both spots back to back. If you're looking for pure efficiency and don't mind burning through your cannonballs or paying a bit or a lot more attention, the Lighthouse is objectively faster. You're simply getting more kills per hour, meaning more seeds per hour. It is the active aggressive option. But if you're looking for something you can leave running while doing other activities, the Catacombs is perfect. The ancient shards here alone make this worth doing, plus it's nearly zero effort. You won't find that many AFK grinds that still provide this level of value. Personally, I lean Catacombs because of how stress-free and AFK it is. Both methods do have their place, and it really depends on what your session looks like that day and what you're looking for out of the activity. Alright, that is the comparison. I'm planning to make a lot more Ironman and Group Ironman content like this, especially focusing on grinds that actually create impact long term. I've got a series in the works called Grinding 9 to 5, where I'll break down AFK methods for different skills that you can realistically leave running while you're doing other stuff, the kind of stuff I wish I saw recommended more when I was getting started on the Ironman. If there's a grind, method, or activity you'd like me to see covered next, let me know in the comments. I'm curious what you might want to see. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe as more Iron Man guides, discussions, and AFK methods are coming soon. Thanks for watching.